Welcome back to BLOCKTV, and you're watching BTC BRAWL, covering the trading contest of the year, hosted by crypto exchange Bybit. We're 3 days away from the end of this demanding competition, and every trade makes a difference. And with 100 times leverage, traders can still produce significant gains, but never forget also those painful losses. There are around 7,600 participants in the competition, including 136 teams across 4 divisions from all over the world, battling for a 50 Bitcoin prize. Individual traders are judged and ranked by their profit and loss percentage. The winning team is decided by averaging out the P&L of the top 10 traders of each team. In the recent days, more than 20 individual participants and an entire team have been disqualified from the contest for violating its rules on social trading, canceling multiple orders, and playing on multiple accounts all at the same time. With us is BLOCKTV's Yona Hockhauser to update on the current rankings as the competition enters its final stretch. Yona?
Thanks, Laurent. Now, all these disqualifications are having major effects on the competition rankings. Some of them more subtle than the Bitcoin team not competing any longer with their entire team booted, as you can see from the band stamp on their logo. Now, if we take a look at the rankings from day 1 of the competition, the Moon Boys were actually in first place with 175 P&L. Now, they've dropped all the way to 4th place, or essentially 3rd place, not counting Bitcoin. Now, what caused this drop? Well, if you look at their individual performance from day 1, you can see they were led by Baze Alpha with a whopping P&L of 716. Since then, Baze Alpha has been disqualified from the competition. Now, this is big news as he was the #1 trader in the competition. And when taking a look at the Moon Boys team now, it's easy to see why the drop in the rankings. Their top trader has a P&L of 399 instead of the 716. Because of that, they now sit in 3rd place. And with only 3 days left in the competition to make up on lost ground, it seems that cheating doesn't pay. Back to you, Oran.
Thanks, Yona. Joining us to talk through the strategy for the last leg of the competition is a well-known Chinese crypto trader and key opinion leader on Weibo. He has been doing live trading on Bitcoin since November of 2018 and has made more than 80 Bitcoin with 800% gains from those live trades over the past year. We're delighted to be joined by team leader CallmePope. How are you, CallmePope?
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, 10 days into the competition, kind of a big deal. How do you feel about your performance so far?
Well, I think we are doing well. I mean, not the perfect. We are still in the top 10 among more than 100 teams. I mean, this is a really tough competition. And we have more than 7,000 people competing in this contest. That's a huge event, right? And it's not all the average traders. I think we have many very experienced traders, and even some of the biggest name in crypto joined the game. So I'm pretty satisfied with the performance so far. I know, and you know, in this market anything could happen. So we still have got some days. So it's definitely possible for us to shoot for the top 3.
Absolutely. So 7,600 players, you know, it's like you said, it's a huge competition. Have you taken part in trading competitions before?
Yes, I have taken part in a couple of other trading competitions before, but I think this is the first time I compete as a team captain. So like in previous competitions, those are not as big as these ones, and just team up with a couple of friends, and we just did it for fun, try some new exchange and try some new product. But this time it's very different. We got a huge team. I think it's the biggest team in Chinese division, and I'm the team captain, so I feel that I have some responsibility to lead the team to the right direction. And hopefully everybody can make some money during this contest.
Yeah, that does seem to be like the goal at the end of the day. Now, I want to talk strategy. This is the final stretch of the competition. As I said, do you have a strategy going forward? And if so, can you share it with us?
Well, I think we do not have many days left, and currently we are sitting at, I think it's number 8 in top 10, and we still get some advantage over all the teams outside the top 10. You know, the award for the number 4 to number 10 teams are all the same, so I think maybe it's time for us to try some high risk, high reward trading, put down more leverage, and try our luck.
Absolutely. Can you share your screen with us and kind of talk us through that strategy you were just explaining?
Yeah, let me share you the screen. And currently, I really do not see much opportunities here, and basically the price is moving sideways all the time, and we are planning to trade a breakout if it successfully break 7,800 here, and so that's what we are expecting. We are looking for an opportunity to long the breakout, or maybe short it if there is a false breakout. So we are looking at it closely, but now it's currently moving sideways. So we do not really have a, the market do not have really have a clear direction. So we just wait.
Right, so that strategy within this competition specifically, but over the past year, people have been losing money, people have been hodling, but you've been gaining. Can you please share with us what your secret is?
Well, I do not really think I have any secret. I mean, I learned all my trading skills and the technical analysis and how to charting from the trading books, popular trading books like everybody knows it, and from other traders. So I don't think there's any secret, but I do have some trading tips that I think some traders may find helpful. Like my first tip is always being patient, right, and do not trade frequently. Like some traders, they really love trading. Like they trade a lot, like trade 10 times or even 20 times a day, because they do not want to miss out any opportunities offered by the market. But I do not really think it's a good idea. Sometimes that really costs a lot of energies, right? You trade a lot and that costs a lot of energies, and you do not have time for your life. And also, I think trading is more about waiting, right? It's just like hunting. The most of the time, you just wait for the prey to show up and wait for the best timing to give the headshot, right? Like in trading, when the direction of the market is unclear, like I just said, we're just patiently waiting for the good opportunities. I think successful traders should be very patient, and they do not trade a lot, but they only trade the good opportunities. They can tell the difference between the good ones and the bad ones. And also, I have a second tip for the new traders. I think the experienced traders should always know that being cautious all the time, and always manage your risk. So that's my second tip. And also I think that's an important factor that makes successful traders, because in this market it's like anything can happen. Like a couple days ago, I can show you this. A couple days ago, we have a huge pump here, right? The price got pumped about 10% in about 5 minutes, right? And in a couple of hours, it got dumped straight down to where it came from. That's another 10%, right? That's another 10%. So we have a price movement like this all the time in this market, and that's 20% price movement in a single day. I think it's within 12 hours or even 8 hours. So that's a lot, and many traders, they are using like 20x or 10x leverage, and they got all liquidated during the movement. So for the successful traders, they know that the price can move so unexpectedly all the time in this market, and they know that risk management is always the most important thing to do, and they always have plan Bs for the unpredictable market.
Absolutely. Now, over the course of this competition, actually, many team leaders have said that patience is the key. So there seems to be a theme going on there. But you came from China and are now in North America. What are the differences or similarities that you see in the crypto community in both places, or specifically to traders in each place?
Yeah. So I have talked to the traders both from China and from the the North America, but honestly I didn't find much difference between the traders in two different places. Uh, I mean, we all use the technical analysis, we all use the fundamental analysis, and those methodologies are all the same. We use similar techniques. And also, traders are all peoples and people make mistakes. So from those mistakes, can say that all the traders are affected by the FOMO or fund. So that's basically the same. It's human nature. It's universal. I do not really say that make any difference. It's really not depend on your background or where you came from. But I do have a little observation that is very interesting. I found that maybe Chinese trader or the Asian traders are more love the speculative trading more than the traders in North America. So it's an observation that like the last bull market earlier this year, when the price goes up every day, every morning when I wake up, I just check the price, and find the price got dumped pretty hard. So I go to Reddit and see what is happening, see if there is any bad news going on, right? So, but on the Reddit I see like everybody is very confused as well, and they were like, fuck China. They were like, fuck China, and is there a Chinese New Year going on? Well, that's because the Asian traders or Chinese traders, they are short selling the market, right? They are short selling the market while the traders in Canada or the America, they are sleeping. So, but it's very interesting because the price usually recover pretty soon in the daytime in North America. So I guess that's something to do with the speculative trading from the Chinese trader or Asian trader.
That's actually a really interesting point. I would have never thought, but to see those differences so clearly. So thank you for that. Now I'm curious, do you deal or trade in other assets other than cryptocurrencies? And then if you do you see that there's a difference?
Yes, there's a lot of difference. I trade stocks and commodities like the gold and silver. But I spend most of my time on Bitcoin market because the Bitcoin market offers much more opportunity than all the other markets. So I think that's the biggest difference. The Bitcoin market is 7/24 market, right? It never stops, and it is highly volatile. You can see the price jump up and down, but that's also a good thing because that offers many great opportunity for the traders, right? So that's the biggest difference. And I think another important difference is that the Bitcoin market is largely unregulated and heavily manipulated. We got big players, the big whales in this market, and they have like hundreds of thousands of coins, and they can do whatever they want. They can turn the market upside down in a matter of minutes, and we have seen that so many times. So like as traders, we are trading against those big boys, and we definitely do not want to fight against them. Like usually we want to join them, we want to follow them. So I guess that's the second difference.
So earlier you expressed caring about your teammates, right? You want everybody to leave profitable from this competition.
Yep.
So my final question here, do you have any advice for your teammates or other traders in the competition?
I do have some advice. Well, I do not really call it advice. I think it's a reminder. Right? I want to remind everybody in this game. I hate to say that the game is almost over, and soon we will back to our regular trading. Right? So it's very different in the game or in the regular trading. Like in the game, you can 100x your leverage and shoot for the first place. You can take high risk, high reward trading, but in the regular trading, it's life, right? It's real. You are playing with your real money, and it's not really something that you can afford to lose. So I would like to remind everybody that when we are back to the regular trading, risk management should always be the most important thing to do before you open a position or have to make a trading decision. So, you know, in the market like this, shit happens. You have to deal with that.
Shit happens is a great motto there. So we have patience, resilience, and watch out for your cash to be profitable. Thank you very much, CallmePope, for joining us and discussing that. And thank you again to Yona Holkhauser for breaking everything down for us. I'm Ron Spitzer. Happy trading.